Welcome back to Advance Wars 1+2 Reboot Camp. There's only one mission left. Let me just go back and just see how much percent I have. Yep, 94%, and the only next mission is Battle Mystery. It's time for Andy to solve the mystery. The mystery of why Drake is awkward in this game. And yes, I hope you enjoyed
Andy.
the lack of Fog of War while you still could. At least Andy's version of Green Earth is only half Fog of War rather than almost all Fog of War.
No?
I was about to say we probably outsmarted him much better on the Sammy route when we did, you know, the speedrun strap, but still. Yeah, so apparently Drake himself is on one of these landers.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense that it's in the reefs. So yeah, that's our mission here. We have to find a hidden lander. And now, I'm going to spoil where that lander is, because knowing where it is, yeah, it does kind of ruin the main difficulty of this mission. I'm going to put, like, text on screen explaining where you can skip to if you don't want to be spoiled, but if you want to know, here it is. The lander is here. On hard mode, it's actually in a different location. On hard, it's actually here, and there's instead a cruiser in this one, but I don't really know if that would really do much, since, like, you know, if by the time you reach this reef to be surprised by it, you probably would have scouted out this reef, but anyway. Also, Drake's HQ is surrounded by non-beaches, which means there's no way to capture it without a transport copter, which we don't have. So, yeah. Spoilers end now. So, yeah, the thing about, oh yeah, because these beaches here, we've only got like one strip of land to move through. But yeah, the thing about, just wondering where I send my subs at the moment. I actually don't know where many of his units are besides the, lander. So, on that note, I'm gonna get some things into this lander and unload that for some vision, which didn't really help much. So, you're gonna give me some more vision. Oh, hey, there's a recon there. Again, just, you don't fight Green Earth recons very much in Advance Wars 1. Because, yeah, recons are sort of more of an early game unit, essentially. And, most Advance Wars 1 maps kind of take place in, like, what's effectively already mid to late game. I think I'm actually just gonna unload a bunch of tanks on this island. It's like, you don't really need infantry in this mission that much, since capturing isn't important. I'll be back for the rocket eventually. I'll just see which side is likely to encounter more resistance. Because, how many units does he have? He has 11, so getting a perfect power score is pretty trivial. It's still like... I don't think there are many cases where you only need one kill for a perfect power score, but in this case, you probably still need two.
Barnacles.
Yeah, Drake has slightly more unique dialogue in the Andy route, which makes sense, since the Andy route is what you need to take in order to actually recruit Drake as a playable character in the original game. You'd have to play as Andy for all of the Green Earth missions, and then you'd get Drake as your CO ally in the final battle, and that would unlock him for purchase in Hutchie's shop. Yeah, I don't know if I've actually explained how, like, the character, like, the CO unlocks worked in the original game, because they were a little weird. I think I may have mentioned this, but, like, you had to get them as a final battle ally, and then they'd become available in the shop, which is kinda weird, because it would mean that you could only unlock, like, one character per run of the campaign, or, like, maybe two, if you... I know it's like around here. I just want to make sure the cruiser... I mean, the cruiser should be able to get to it. Yeah, there we go. It was a little closer than I expected, but still. For once, I actually miss being Max here. And yeah, last time I had a rare moment of enjoying not being Max with the rockets, but this time I heavily miss being Max because my cruisers do not one-shot subs anymore. I really wish they did, but oh well. Now, the problem here is that medium tanks are terrible scouts, but that does mean that medium tanks and recons make a solid combination. In Fog of War, you do kind of need recons alongside, well, I mean, if you're using mega tanks in Dual Strike, you especially need recons, because mega tanks only have 4 movement and 1 vision, and, like, barely any fuel and ammo. Mega tanks are a cool unit, honestly, but, yeah, if I ever do Dual Strike, I guess I'll talk about them. Once again, we are back in Fog, so I need to remember that we can still, take advantage of being hidden in woods. 1, 2, 3... Oh, but the cruiser has 3 vision, so if I go anywhere on this bridge, then this tank will see me and get the first strike, which kind of sucks, so... This tank may have to be a little bit of a coward right now. Still, I don't think there's a whole ton of time pressure, I think, on me at this point. I mean, I'm not entirely sure what the S-rank turn limit is here, but now that I know there are no subs in this little area of water, I can afford to send this cruiser back here. And yeah, let's just let Drake come to me. Let's have him on the hook, just like he said. Yeah, I did mention before that, Hi there! Well, that's annoying. Oh, and that was a one-shot too. That really sucks. I mean, at least my sub can kill that sub, but... Hi there, cruiser. Okay, at least my battleship can... And at least you move next to my battleship, and again, Andy can at least repair, so I'm not too bothered by losing 1 HP on a battleship. It is kind of funny, I don't believe Drake will ever make an effort to, like, retreat, or, you know, move his lander to avoid it getting sunk. I think it's always stationary, which is kind of weird, because you'd think that if he knows that you're, oh, interesting. Well, he can't actually see my battleship yet, so I might as well damage this one to make things easier for the sub. Though I might want to save Hyper Repair until after Squall, because he's probably got it now. Yes, he does. Oh, well, I just barely don't have Hyper Repair anyway. Yeah, so there's that cruiser over there. There's not actually a whole ton of units in this vicinity. I don't want to speak too soon, though. Aha! I had a feeling something would be in there. It's a sub, though. The problem with that is it means that he definitely has vision to, like, everything in here. So if he has a battleship and, like, that reef or something, that could be scary. Like, I'm not... Like, this medium tank isn't going to, like, hugely be vital to my strategy, but still, like, I'd rather, you know, not have the medium tank die. Right now, I actually kind of wish that I had the rockets, on that shore. And I suppose you can just unload stuff there. Not that, again, like, these units will really be... I mean, I might need this APC if my subs start running low on fuel. But okay, then. You go boom. Or at least half of you goes boom. Half and a half of you goes boom. Well, actually, no. It was half and 1 full unit, because that turned out to do 4 thanks to a luck roll. And again, I'm gonna hold off on this. Like, as I've noticed from my many replays of Naval Clash Andy, Drake's AI on his powers can be a little weird sometimes. Like, if he doesn't have a lot of units in range, sometimes he won't immediately go for his power. Oh, see, I wish I could move the sub there, because then no matter where the cruiser goes to try and scout it, he gets shot by rockets. I almost want to leave this sub here, because if he does try and scout this with the cruiser, he will get shot by the rockets. Yeah. Okay, no, that was just his generic quote. Is he going to use the power? Yeah, see, he's not using it. Like, this, yeah, it's just kind of a thing. Like, I think sometimes he likes to have more units in range. Oh, but he can see my battleship now. So the question is whether or not I actually go for Hyper Repair now, or I save it. It just becomes a little bit of a game. It's actually like to me, it's like conceptually, it's quite similar to how, like, a mechanic in Fire Emblem Engage that I really love is that all your units start with maximum engage meters at the beginning of every chapter. Like, I think that's really cool, because it means that, like, you've got that choice of, do I engage now, because every turn I spend with my engage meter full, I'm effectively wasting meter. Like, I could be gaining more. So you might get more engages out of a single map if you engage immediately. Or do you save your full engage meter for when you really, really need that emblem's engage? But yeah, my dilemma right now is, do I hyper repair now? Because if I hyper repair now, I could potentially get hyper repair again later on in the battle, but if I don't hyper repair now, I could potentially save it for when Drake uses his power and mitigate the damage from it a little bit. So, yeah. But of course, if this battleship dies before I use hyper repair, then obviously I've completely lost the battleship, and I should have used hyper repair earlier. So yeah, it's just all about, you know, weighing up choices like that. Well, that's interesting. There's like a sign there that says dive. I guess it's like meant to be like a diving point for, like, I don't know, divers. But yeah, here's also the thing, because Drake himself is running into the dilemma as well right now, because the fact that he didn't use his power there means that I can pummel his units now as much as I want without worrying about him getting power meter, because his power meter is not going any higher than it already is. Yeah, I thought that would kill. So that means I can probably afford to rise with that sub. Of course, thinking of rise just makes me think of Ganondorf in Tears of the Kingdom saying, "Rise, my servant." I'm not Matthew Mercer, I'm not even going to try. It's funny because at first I actually thought that was like Jameson Price. And then I'm like, oh, of course it's Matthew Mercer. It's like exactly his Thordak voice from Critical Role. It's not often in video games that you get to hear Matthew Mercer do those more villainous Critical Role voices. Like his, because he has some pretty creepy ones in his repertoire. Okay, I really hope the battleship doesn't die, but I'm gonna go for, waiting it. There we go, okay, I was right to wait. And this will be the last time hopefully the last time we see Drake using Squall, and also he might do it again, given that battleship is, a tempting target for me, and that's going to give him more than half of another Squall. Oh, he captured something, apparently. Ah, I thought you'd do that. Yeah, that's actually a pain. But okay, now I use it.
I can fix anything.
Because this is going to delay me getting through there.
Hyper repair.
I like the way Andy's version of the CO Power activation theme sounds. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before, but I never liked the original CO Power activation sound. Like, the fact that it was just kind of generic, and that nobody got, like, any changes in theme with their powers in the first game. Yeah, that's a little bit blunted because Drake has the 10% extra defense right now, but... I don't know if I should have killed that instead, but I suppose we'll see. I just don't want the battleship to die. Also, it means that Squall didn't interrupt these two captures, not that it really means much. If I put this rocket up here, maybe I could have threatened the battleship and that with stuff. You know what? This might be too little too late, but I'm going to try that anyway. Okay, then. Let's... I suppose I can attack from the city, even though it means that he sees me. But yeah, like, on the subject of, like, Matthew Mercer, people, there was a leak for this game, and the leak speculated that Grit would be voiced by Matthew Mercer, which wasn't true. The leak did get Veronica Taylor as Andy right. I think it was probably just trying to voice match people instead of actually being in the know, because, it got Olaf being Patrick Seitz right, but it also thought that Patrick Seitz was also Eagle and Kanbei. And to be totally fair, by the way, that's where the lander is. To be totally fair, I actually thought that Eagle was Patrick Seitz, when I, first did, Air Ace, that mission. I thought he was Patrick Seitz doing his Mueller voice from the Trail series. It did sound kind of like it, but now that I know it's Sungwon Cho, it's pretty obvious to me. So yeah, obviously he does see me. I have the boosted defense, though. For some reason, Drake is happy that his cruiser has 1 HP. Okay, good, the battleship's running away. And this is a pain, because you see, I'm in the same dilemma that I was all the way back in Mission 3, Fog of War, because I can't actually, attack this thing with the medium tank this turn, because if I do, the moment that I move this recon out of the way, yeah, I can't see into there, and I have to move adjacent, and yep, I have to wait until next turn. So in that case, I probably should put the rocket, the rocket would probably be better served down here, but yeah. It's fine. Got a blinking fuel light on my sub, though, which is not entirely fine. Oh, wow, very much not fine. Yikes, that's actually way lower fuel than I expected. Because the sub needs to get all the way to the lander. I pretty much planned it that way. And I cannot rise with the sub this turn, because if I do, then it's gonna... That is bad. Is the APC gonna reach it in time? Maybe the APC can actually get to it around this shoreline. I wonder if I'll be able to, that might actually work, come to think of it. We'll see. Okay, we take out this infantry. Drake doesn't really have a lot of units protecting his lander. It's a little different in hard mode, but still not the best. I think I'll put the rocket there because it's closer to the road. And again, this sub is just gonna float for a while. I don't think I really need this sub anymore. So, no, his meter's not looking that good. So yeah, the voice actor leak had another detail in it that I kind of always thought was definitely not true, but it's if a character only appears in Black Hole Rising, so I can't quite talk about them yet. Is that sub gonna actually sink? That'd really suck if that was true, because then I'd be forced to just whittle down this thing with my... I mean, I suppose the medium tank actually does solid damage to the lander here, even with his 3-star. Huh. That's actually kind of weird. Oh no, Reefs are only 1-star defense. I keep thinking that Reefs are 2-star defense, but no, they're 1-star. Yeah, they added much better naval terrain in, Oh, shite. Cancelling moves in Fog of War. Crap. Yeah, this is the first time that's actually come back to haunt me. That's really, really annoying. However, okay, I've only lost one other unit. So, unfortunately, it's a shame to say this, but I'm probably okay. Yeah, I don't think Drake has much left at all. But is that sub dead now? It is. One thing that I've actually noticed, semi-recently, that's pretty cool, if a plane runs out of fuel and dies due to that, if it's over water, you actually get to see the plane fall and sink into the ocean in these animations. Just kind of a nice touch that you might not otherwise expect this game to pull. Again, these a lot of people were really concerned about these graphics at first, but they really grew on me, and I do really, really quite like them now. Just the fact that the grass looks actually kind of felt-like, you can see it more easily on a big TV. And the fact that tanks leave, tire marks in planes as they travel through them, it's all just, I like it quite a lot. That's funny, he actually has one unit left besides the lander. I'm not even sure what it is or where it would be. Maybe it's here? Nope. Okay, then. Maybe it's in here. No? Is it down here? Okay, well, I guess we'll never know. Let's just finish this off. So hopefully Drake has very good life vests aboard this lander, because we're going to need to interrogate him after this.
By Poseidon's trident.
Wow, that's a new quote that I haven't seen him say before. Yeah, I feel like this mission makes the most sense to be the final time you fight Drake. It makes sense given that this is the one that would get you him in the final battle in the original. So all of this dialogue is pretty much the same. But yeah, Sammy's version is so bizarre. The fact that he's actively hunting down an infantry unit that's trapped behind his lines is just, it doesn't make sense with what he's supposed to be doing. Okay, so again, all of this is the same, but I do think events make the most sense in this version.
Things are finally getting interesting.
Meanwhile, that's all Andy's concerned about. But oh boy, yeah, Andy, you're telling me because I just finished the last mission I needed to, which means that Andy is in for his toughest challenge ever. Next time, it is... Oh, it's not all sixes. Rivals. See you all then for pain and suffering and torment and all those other things.